All right. So, new Doom game. um, wow. Okay. That wasn't expecting this to be revealed so soon. I mean, we kind of knew that a new Doom game was coming for a while now. But I don't think any of us expected it to come now. Maybe we did. I haven't been keeping up on like new Doom news and all that stuff. I saw the rumors and like the leaks or whatever about how the Doom Dark Ages got leaked as far as like confirming that it was in development and all that stuff. I was not expecting this, uh, so I'm really happy about it. I just watched the trailer. I'm just rewatching it now as I record this, just to make sure I actually know what I'm talking about here. I don't really do these kinds of like off the cuff kind of things, but considering that this just kind of dropped a few hours ago, and I'm just now recording this, I mean this looks incredible. When I first heard the name Dark Ages, I was a little skeptical because I think that's the Fortress of Doom before it got destroyed, by the way, there in the trailer. Um, yeah, because I wasn't really into like the Sentinel stuff in Doom Eternal as much as I love Doom Eternal. Gameplay wise, the story was a little bit, you know, I wasn't really too into the story. I would have liked to have seen less like Sentinel stuff and more like Hell stuff, because it's like Doom. But this looks like a combination between like the Doom 2016 art style. It's like the Doom 2016 kind of grit to it, where it's a little bit more dark and kind of where the colors are a lot more like I guess muted than they were like in Doom Eternal, which is a lot more cartoonish. Um, where was I going with this? See, I'm not good at this kind of video, but yeah, it reminds me a lot of Quake, and like Doom 3 kind of art style, especially that like Mancubus and that ink, that imp. Uh, that like saw shield is like super cool. I wonder if that shield is going to be replacing the chainsaw. It wouldn't shock me, to be totally honest with you. He's riding a dragon there. This looks insane. I'm a huge Doom fan. I've played all the games. Um, somebody who really liked Doom 3, actually, I'm kind of really glad to see that it kind of has elements of that darker, a little bit scarier, I guess, more realistic, if you want to call it that. Um, Depiction of like the demons and stuff like that, how they're a little bit more gross, as opposed to just, I guess, overtly, I guess, cartoonishly like evil looking. You know what I mean? Where they're just covered in like blood and all that stuff. This looks a lot more like Doom Three's kind of design, where they're a lot, I guess, just more, um, like I said, gross and just kind of scarier. Kind of what you'd expect from like a real thing like this, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, that fur coat looks cool. I like his new look actually quite a bit. It's like a mix between 2016 and Eternal, but with like that Sentinel skin from Eternal. How he's got like spikes everywhere all over his shoulders and stuff like that. Man, this looks awesome. The super shotgun looks crazy, and that gun that like grinds the skulls, that's pretty cool. I wonder how that's gonna work. I wonder if like by like glory killing enemies, I wonder if like you get like their or like glory killing like the fodder demons and stuff like that. That Arachnotron looks pretty sick with him blocking the shield. This looks crazy, man. Like I don't even I don't even really I'm kind of speechless just like watching this trailer. Oh, I just realized that nail gun like actually nailed that imp to the wall. That looks cool. That looks like the that one boss battle from Eternal, like the weird what's his face? The like the furry looking dude, the beast looking guy. Um, this looks really interesting. I mean, when I finished Doom Eternal, I think my biggest question was like, where do we go from here? Like, Doom Eternal is such a fast-paced game, at least in the combat parts. In terms of combat, I don't really know how you improve that because it's just so good. The platforming stuff and all that, I feel like can definitely be toned down a little bit. I feel like there was too much of that in Doom Eternal. You know, it was fine. I liked it, but when you're trying to like speed run the game or like do like an Ultra Nightmare run, the platforming and stuff can get a little like this is just taking too long. There's just too much of it, I guess. But for a casual like playthrough, it's fine. So I do hope that kind of gets toned down like a little bit. Um, but it looks like they're making the combat like I don't even know how to describe it. Like the shield, right? It looks like there's going to be a little bit more of like a defensive aspect to this game, which is a little concerning. But also can be really interesting if it's done right. That Hell Knight looks pretty much like identical like he did in Doom 3. If I'm seeing that right, and the big mech and all that stuff, that looks pretty fun to fight the Titan in your suit. That looks pretty cool. But in terms of the shield, I kind of wonder if they like heard the criticism that people had with like the Marauder, because I really don't like fighting Marauders in Doom Eternal, especially in groups of other enemies. Like if you're gonna fight the Marauder, I feel like it should be one-on-one, um, or if there's like two Marauders, two-on-one. I just feel like that kind of needs to be its own separate thing, and they shouldn't really be mixed in with like the other enemy types because they just don't really gel well. Um, Especially on what's the master level in Taurus Nabad. Holy crap, those those guys always destroy me. I don't know why. It's just always it's that circular area where the Marauders just come out. I think there's two of them. That part's brutal for me. I don't know why. I'm probably just bad at the game. But so I've completed Doom Eternal on Ultra Nightmare 3 times. Once on, I think once on PC, twice on Switch. I think, or maybe I have that backwards. Maybe it's twice on PC, once on Switch. I haven't done it on PS4, which is the gameplay you're seeing in this video here. I'm not very good at it on PS4. Just the way the controller works in my hands, I don't know, it just doesn't jive very well. But yeah, it looks like, anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm terrible at going off on tangents. But yeah, it looks like they took that criticism with the shield and the Marauder, and they kind of like, instead of just getting rid of that, it's almost like they gave that power to the player. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, instead of having to wait for the enemies to drop their defenses so that you can attack, it's like now you have to wait for the enemies to stop their major attacks by defending. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like they flipped the script a little bit with that gameplay. I could be wrong. Maybe they have the Marauders still. I hope not. And if they're back, I hope they don't have those damn shields. I wish we could just shoot at it until it dies, like the good old days. But holy cow, man. Just based on watching that trailer and kind of just running through my thoughts like a rambling madman right now, I'm very impressed. I really didn't think that, based on the Dark Ages and the Sentinel stuff, I was kind of like, I don't know. I'm a huge Doom fan, but I might just kind of only be excited for this whenever they reveal it. I obviously didn't expect it to be revealed so soon. But I was impressed, man, with that trailer. It looks really good. It looks like they're really expanding on what Doom Eternal already expanded on in 2016. Um, another side note, I've been wanting like a Quake reboot in the same style that Doom 2016 did to Doom, and this is kind of that. Like this is kind of it. I like the first thing I thought of when I saw like the combat, like in that like field where it's just like all like dark and it's like all muddy and the demons look like they're straight out of like Quake, to put it that way, I guess. That was the first thing that came to mind. I was like, oh, this is Quake. This is Quake. Um, and it was just so awesome to see that because I feel like Quake is an underrated series. I'm just really glad to see that at least elements of it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they didn't take any of it. I doubt that because there's literally like a Quake 3 skin in Doom Eternal. I think it's Quake 3. There's a Quake skin in Doom Eternal, and I use that one quite a bit. So yeah. Anyways, those are just my initial thoughts. Maybe I'll make a more in-depth video. This is just kind of me rambling a little bit. I've only seen the trailer a couple times. But yeah, just to kind of round this video out here, I'm super impressed. Looking forward to seeing more footage of this, hearing more information about the game, looking at the combat a little bit more, maybe some new demon types, maybe some returning ones. Although I can't think off the top of my head any that weren't in Doom Eternal that should have been. Was there any? I don't know. Anyway, I'm just excited for this game. I hope you are too. Anyways, thanks for watching me ramble on like a crazy person and probably not make any sense. But I'm super excited for this game, dude. Let's go. Doom's back.